Well, good morning, guys. It has been a few days since I have actually filmed. We have been pushing extremely hard. I am extremely tired. I don't know how well you can see it, but I have these massive bags under my eyes because I've gotten like 4 hours of sleep this entire week and half last week. And what is today? I don't even know what the day it is. Wednesday. But since I've last filmed, we have finished corn, and this is our second field of soybeans. But we are pushing extremely hard to get as many acres in as we possibly can. So that's why I started filming when I already started planting. I wanted to be able to just focus, get the end rows done, and be as efficient as I possibly can. But now that we're moving back and forth, I can start filming a little bit here. What is my current acres per hour? It says here somewhere. Oh, right there, 60.6 is my current acres per hour. This field is roughly 145 acres. I just found yesterday's snack, little breakfast at 8 in the morning. Oh, not good. So a couple hours, should be able to get this field licked up. It's amazing you can pull in 140 acre field and in 2 hours be done planting it. Crazy. Well, of course, here we are, 40 acres in, already fixing stuff. I noticed my downforce map was looking a little funny. Came out here. Looks about right. Solid Rock Ag, the same company that sent us our parallel arms, sent us this down pressure spring along with one of these bearing closing wheels. Absolutely love this thing. Have had zero issues with it. Apparently, according to them, their strings are stronger, like durability wise, but they don't create any more pressure than the stock John Deere ones. So next year, I think we're going to change our closing system in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if we're going to keep the Deere system and just go to like this, or if we're going to get a completely different system. Let me know down in the comments below what you high-speed guys run for closing systems, because we're not super impressed with the Deere one. So what's really cool is I get this applied downforce map on John Deere Connect Mobile, and the down pressure system is so sensitive on this. When you break closing spring, it actually shows up on the map. So these green lines are a broke closing spring. So it's actually been broken for a little bit longer than I would have liked, a few rounds, but still did pretty good. At least I didn't do the whole field with it. But yeah, the first time I noticed, like the first time I saw stuff like this, I was like, oh, that's weird. There's like this weird pattern of less down pressure. I thought it was like a sensor or something going wrong with the down pressure system. Nope, it was just a broken closing spring. That closing spring puts so much pressure down on the ground, it actually lifts up the unit a little bit. So the unit has to put more down pressure down to compensate for that. So when that closing spring breaks, the unit's like, oh, I don't have to apply as much down pressure anymore because I don't have anything lifting up on the unit, and then it shows up. So I try and keep this map up and then glance at it every 20 minutes or so just to make sure that everything's even back there. Whew. First time I'm taking my shirt off, or a sweatshirt off, since we've started. Oh, nope, the first day of planting I wore a t-shirt. Ever since, I've either been in a sweatshirt or a jacket. But here's the crazy thing about Minnesota. It was 33 degrees I woke up, and now it's, what, 43? And pretty soon it'll be 70. And it's May 3rd. Just 4 days ago, on April 29th, I was actually driving the boundary around our field right over here, and there was like a little grove there, like a little waterway running through it, and there was actually snow still sitting in there. April 29th. Not much, but a little bit. Alright, made some progress. Seed bin is almost empty. Perfect timing, because I just need to get to there. But I am at 85.8 acres, probably be at a little over 86 when I get there. And then we are going to fill up with seed, enough to finish this field. And then we're also going to fill up with fuel at the same time. Also, I want to retighten that 3-point. It seems to be shaking side to side just a little bit. I had it tightened here about a week ago, but must have loosened itself up just a tad bit. And when that 3-point's loose, that planter sits there and it does this. And especially with that GPS receiver on there, it doesn't really like that. So I found that having a nice tight 3-point really straightens out my lines. Okay, let's go beside the telephone pole, not into the telephone pole. Like that. Heck, that was beautiful. There we go. Give it a quick once over. We gotta make sure not to hit that. Oh. Man, someone really wanted some Arnold Palmer. That's a big bottle. It's a 34-ounce bottle of iced tea, or lemonade and iced tea. Oh. We'll clear it, I think. Oh yeah. Yep. Fairly big this thing, I guess. Alright, how many acres you have? Crap, like 90 acres? No, not that many, a little more. Okay, I did not get that 3-point tightened because I'm all cockeyed here. I need to be straight, so I'll get to the other end, then I'll do it. There we go. Find this line. Speed her up a little bit. And speed up to 8.6. There we go. My brother's been digging a lot. It's kind of nice having, so there's 3 of us, right? There's my dad, brother, and I. My cousin's also part of the farm, but he has a full-time job, so he comes down and helps on the weekends when he can. And then, so my dad's running the tillage, I'm running the planter, and my brother is tendering me, tendering my dad, and also checking seed quality as he comes by. And being back full-time for the first year, this is something that I'm kind of learning as I go too. My brother was showing me how you check sidewall compaction and how you make sure that your row cleaners are doing a good job, check for air pockets. We run our row cleaners on 3 or 4 almost all the time. In fact, they're on 4 right now. And just stuff like that I never knew about. And trash, I never knew that trash was such an issue. But like, especially in corn, he's been teaching me how to run these row cleaners so that way it gets rid of a lot of trash without making a trench. In corn, you can make a little bit of a trench, it's not that big of a deal. In soybeans, because of the draper head, you don't really want to make a trench because what can happen is the soybean can create pods that are like at ground level if they're in a trench, and then you can't combine them. So you want to try and keep soybeans out of a trench that can be caused by these row cleaners. Alright, I'm going to tighten that 3-point. There's just this one bolt to loosen. You then tap this inward a little bit, and then you tighten it back up on each side. Okay, it looks like the other side got a little bit loose and this side didn't really move much, so I did tap on this side a little bit, but I really moved in that right-hand side. Hopefully that fixes my issue. Toolboxes, nice to have. Oh, it's getting warm enough. I'm actually sweating a little bit. Haven't done that in a long time. It's been so cold. Oh, wow. An ancient Indian artifact. You know, if I was a surveyor, or if I can go back in time, I'd look at the surveyors and be like, make sure that you make all the fields, you know, okay, they're all squares up here for the most part, which I try not to take for granted because not everyone has that. But if I had the choice, I would have been like, okay, surveyors, make it divisible, whatever the field is, needs to be divisible by 60 feet. So that way I don't have any of this stuff. Because it's not a half pass, it's a little less than half pass. And, it's not a big deal, but I have basically 0 seed left. Let's see, I don't know if I can make it to the end or not. My brother's sitting down there in case I can, but we'll see. Nope. I do have 1 bag in the back of the planter, and that can definitely make me the rest of the way, so we'll just do that. Okay. Got it. There was like 1 row that didn't plant 20 feet. I'm not gonna go mess for that. So we're gonna fill up, head to the next field. The next field is just a 40, shouldn't take me too long. And then either 1 or 2 fields after that. Because we got rain here scheduled like the next 4 days. So we wanna get as much done as we can. There we go.
Town. It'll take me anywhere but down. So I think I'll hang out in the clouds, 10,000 feet above the ground. Say you're ready for a new thing. Let's take ourselves up to the sky, yeah. I ain't talking about an airplane. I've got this feeling in my soul, and I let it tell me where to go.
Well, I'm not that great at digging for seed. I don't entirely know what I'm looking for. My brother's a lot better at that than I am, but he's not here, so I'm gonna see roughly how good of a job we're doing. I just had to lift up for that rock, so thought, stopped, might as well. So you see how much trash I'm pulling out of the trench here. And that's just, with tillage and corn, that's just what happens, there's trash. And right there's a little soybean. And I should have 2 shovels, but I only have 1. So now I'm gonna eyeball it, put it right there. About 1.5 for that one. There's its friend at about the same depth. Right there. And right there. The spacing on this exact emerged planter and soybeans is incredible. But I mean, we seem really good. I'm gonna keep sending it. The joys. Okay, I'm pulling up to an 80. Now this particular 80 is actually the one that I grew up on. In 2015, we sold this house and we moved. We still farm the land around the house, but the house is no longer ours, but it's still there. It still looks really nice, and people living in it are taking a very, very good care of it. So it's kind of cool to plant around the old house and look at the yard I used to play in as a kid. There it is. That's where I grew up. I don't really want to get any closer and like show it in depth because I don't live there and it's not my. I want them to have their privacy too. So I'm not gonna. That's as far as I'm gonna go. But a lot of good memories there.
Walking home late at night, maybe 2:30. A little drunk, but I'm alright. 'Cause I've been hanging with you, and it feels like love. Tell me if I'm wrong, 'cause it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. Yeah. I think about you and I want you here with me. Am I out of my mind? Or is this how it should be? You made me sing about love. So just tell me if I'm wrong. But it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love. Yeah! Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you.
Last pass, like the last 6 rows of planting right now, as you can see right there. So I have one more field left to go, but after this one, let me do some quick math. I'm roughly 265 acres at the moment for the day. I'm going to a field that is 152. So hopefully we can have a 420 acre day. I don't know if we'll finish this one tonight, but they're working pretty good so far. Although my light broke, my little red marker light. I was doing some boundaries around some trees earlier at the last field, and I must have snapped it off. Sad day. Wow, it's dark all of a sudden. Okay, this field has absolutely kicked my butt. Oh my gosh, I am so tired. What time even is it? Oh, I guess it is 11:30. And I have got 13 more acres to go. We'll be at a 415 acre day, and that is with all the issues that I had at this field. So what happened was, first of all, this is a very hard field to plant. There's not many straight angles on it and stuff. Second of all, I didn't have this field on our monitor. So I imported it from Op Center, and I accidentally imported a implement profile, or the tractor profile on top of it, which erased and reformatted all of my offsets. So I had to like get the tape measure out. I had to measure a few things. I then had to do section control test to make sure that section control is turning off at roughly the right time. And I think it got down to within a couple inches, which perfectly fine. And then I had to fill a seed 3 times in this field. And each time I ran out of seed, I was in a spot that was not a good spot to run out of seed in. It's just been a long time planting this field. And now every time I lower the planter, this electrical thing pops up, but I can just click on that button and it goes away. Okay, I'm heading out, guys, after I finish this field. Thanks for watching. I'll see ya in the next one.